What's up, YouTube? It's Jeff Toffner right here on the Glorious Podcast, episode 27 with my Monday Night Raw review. Now, coming to you a little late today. Was busy earlier today, but nonetheless, I'm not going to miss these reviews. Got to get them done. So, here we are, Monday Night Raw review. Second Raw after SummerSlam. Finally kind of putting SummerSlam in the rearview mirror and focusing on the No Mercy pay-per-view now. And Raw was weird last night. Raw was just weird. I liked some things and I didn't like things, and it ended up being just a weird overall night on Raw last night. And it just started weird. We have a battle royal to determine the new number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and that winner would take on The Miz next week for the title. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm looking at everyone in here. Who's going to win here? I see Jason Jordan. I'm like, that's it. They're going to have Jason Jordan win. They've been building toward this for weeks now. Jason Jordan's going to win this. And nobody's going to be happy because Jason Jordan still is not over with the crowd in any way. Because he doesn't get a reaction at all. He doesn't get boos. He doesn't get cheers. He gets absolutely nothing. And I think they changed his theme again. They're doing the same thing with his theme they did with Big Cass's theme there for a while. They changed Big Cass's theme about 4 different times. Every week it would be a little bit different. And they're doing that same thing with Jason Jordan's theme. And it's actually gotten a little bit better, too. Because, honestly, if this is the final product with his theme, it's not that bad compared to what it was, let's say, like when he first got it. So they've done a decent job. But everybody's getting new themes lately. I don't know what the deal is, but theme songs are just changing every week with at least someone anymore. But nonetheless, we have there's about 15 people in this battle royal. And we're going to find out the new number one contender. And I'm like, Jason Jordan's got to win. It only makes sense. And I didn't want him to win. I didn't want to see Jason Jordan win because it's just like, nobody does, to be honest. Because they haven't done anything to make us want him to win or not want to win. It's just whatever, you know what I mean? But he was there. He was in the match for a while. It came down to the end. But he didn't win the match. Jeff Hardy won the match. And I'm just scratching my head wondering what the hell. I'm not pissed that Jeff Hardy won. I'm completely fine with Jeff Hardy winning the Battle Royal. But what the hell are they doing now? Are the Hardys done? Are they splitting them up now? Are Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy going to go their separate ways? Get singles runs now or whatever? I mean, this could be a good thing in a way that they're splitting them up. Because maybe Matt will go do the broken gimmick now. But I don't know. I mean, Jeff Hardy's got a match for the Intercontinental Championship next week on Raw. So, I don't know. The Miz vs. Jeff Hardy next week. So that surprised me. I was just like, Jeff Hardy won. Interesting. I'm happy, but weird. It was just very weird. I did not see it coming. I didn't expect any of the tag teams to win. I thought it was clear as day that Jason Jordan would end up winning that match, but I guess not. Enzo Amore makes his debut in the Cruiserweight division, and nobody cared. He beat Noam Dar. So yeah, they're pretty much building up Enzo Amore to take on Neville for the title, which could be a complete dumpster fire at the No Mercy pay-per-view, presuming that's when it is. But that appears to be what they're building up toward, and that probably will be a dumpster fire, like I said. I mean, Enzo Amore versus Neville. Oh, boy. I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's just get to the next thing. Brock Lesnar was on Raw, and this must be a record for Brock Lesnar. He shows up on Raw for, the third straight week? I mean, I know he was on the Raw before SummerSlam. I know he was on last week, and he was on last night. So I think this is the third straight week Brock Lesnar was on Raw. That's crazy. That's got to be some kind of record since Brock's return to the company about 45 years ago. He's never on Raw that many weeks consecutive. But, he'll probably disappear. This was probably his last appearance until the No Mercy pay-per-view, or the Go Home show at least. We probably won't see him until the middle of September again. But he was there. Him and Heyman addressed Strowman. Obviously, Strowman's taking on Lesnar at the pay-per-view. And that's it. No Braun Strowman on Raw last night. We didn't see Strowman at Raw. He got the night off, I guess. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that match. It should be a good match. I think Lesnar will retain. I don't think they're going to put the title on Strowman yet, as much as I'd like to see it. I think they'll keep the title on Lesnar for at least a time being. Some say he'll have the title up until WrestleMania. I don't know. I hope that's not true. I don't want to see him hold on to the title then and defend it against Roman at WrestleMania because we've seen that before. We've seen Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns 1,000 times. It's a decent match, but it's just not interesting. You know what I mean? Make it more interesting. This is where Raw just got boring for me, to be honest with you. And it's not that it was boring, I'd say, but Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Now, guys, we have seen this match at least 4 times in the last month I swear every week it's Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. And it's two great wrestlers, and it was a decent match, but I did not give a shit to watch this match. We've seen it every week, and this was just complete filler. And then they follow it up after about 15 minutes of them going at it. They follow it up with Dean Ambrose versus Sheamus for almost another 15 and 10 minutes or something like that. So they spent about a half an hour almost on just that. And these are both matches. I think we both saw these on Raw 2 weeks ago at least. I know we've seen them in the weeks before. I feel like every week it's these two are taking on each other. So clearly their feud's not over. We're still gonna probably see a rematch at the pay-per-view. So I don't know. I guess that was their way to build toward it last night. But nonetheless, Cesaro picked up the win over Rollins, and then Ambrose picked up the win over Sheamus. So prepare for a rematch to be announced in the coming weeks on Raw for them. Emma defeats Mickie James. Emma actually won a match, guys. It's happened. Emma won a freaking match. I can't believe it's actually happened. I had a feeling she'd win. And she got, speaking of new music, we're talking about new music in the beginning of this. She got new music too, and I don't know. I don't care for it as much as I cared for. I like their old theme better. Let's just say that. But I feel like I don't know what this theme's weird, kind of. I feel like it could grow on me over the next month or whatever. We'll see. But at this moment in time, I definitely like the old theme better. But she actually picked up the win over Mickie James. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, we got more to talk about in the women's division. Obviously, they main evented the show last night, so we'll get to that after I get through some of the other stuff that happened on the show last night. But Emma picks up her win over Mickie James, so we'll see where that goes. I don't know if Emma's actually going to get a push now or what. I mean, they did change music, so that could be a good sign. New music and a win. Who knows where this is going to go? Hopefully they're finally going to do something with her, because they haven't done shit with her in the last forever, basically, ever since NXT. Now, this was my favorite part of the show last night. Easily, by far, my most favorite part of the show. John Cena and Roman Reigns. It was a freaking shoot. These two were tearing each other apart. Cena, I think, probably was definitely Cena was more over on Reigns here. But Roman even said some things that were kind of good, which is surprising. But Cena just destroyed Roman last night. I mean, verbally destroyed him. Obviously, I did a video. They announced that they're having a match at the No Mercy pay-per-view, which is completely surprising to me. I cannot believe we're going to give this match at the No Mercy pay-per-view, a single branded pay-per-view that doesn't really mean a whole lot. And they're going to give us away a WrestleMania main event caliber match at that pay-per-view. I really hope that match is main eventing, because I really rather see, I feel like just what I saw last night on Raw was amazing. I couldn't believe half the things I was hearing on TV last night. There's just all the insider terms. Kayfabe just got run over in this segment. It's just dead at this point. I mean, it all started with Cena talking about, turning heel. He even said heel on TV and everything. It was crazy. And then Cena went off about Roman, how he can't cut a promo. That was great. It's like Roman. It's like they almost went off script at one point. It's like it started off good, and then they just kind of went on with it, and it went completely off script, and they just started saying things that Vince was probably like, oh no, backstage. I'd love to see Vince's reaction to this segment, because it was good. It was really good. It was one of the best back and forth promos I've ever seen. It was really good. It's definitely, if you haven't watched Raw, go back and watch the scene. They're not going to put the whole thing on YouTube, so go try to find the full version of it. Half the stuff they probably cut out on YouTube, but it was really good, the back and forth, and that led to a match between Cena. It just makes no sense. They tear each other apart, and then they end up teaming up to take on Gallows and Anderson. Gallows and Anderson confront them. It was just like, what the hell's going on here? Why are they here? But it led to a match with Cena and Roman teaming together, and they defeated Gallows and Anderson. Don't know what the hell that was all about, why they had that match, but we're getting a match between them. I'm looking forward to this match, and that promo was amazing. That was my favorite part of the show by far. Nothing else was even close to it. That was easily the best part of the show last night. So that just the best part. Then we have some weird segment between Elias. We're just gonna call him Elias now, because WWE decided to shorten his name like they've done with so many others. But Elias was in the ring doing his usual thing, and then Jerry the King Lawler, who was on commentary because Booker T could not be there. He is down and stuck in that awful hurricane in Houston. So prayers go out to him and everyone in Houston dealing with that awful hurricane. But Jerry the King Lawler filled in for Booker. Obviously, they were in Memphis. That's Jerry's hometown. So they had Jerry. He got up, confronted Elias, didn't go down, and then Pelvis Wesley. What the hell was I? I wasn't really paying attention. I looked on the TV. and I didn't know what the hell I was watching. He comes out dressed as Elvis. What the hell was going on right here in this segment, guys? This was a disgrace. We go from that great promo with Cena and Reigns to this. What the hell was it? This was just a filler. I mean, the two matches I was talking about, the Cesaro and Rollins and Sheamus and Ambrose, and then this here is just the stuff that's just that whole third hour they got to fill. It's just like, this is what they do to fill it. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just get to the main event. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, I had this weird feeling that Alexa Bliss was going to win the title back, but I was like, they're not going to do it. I mean, we know in the past, going back to last year, how it worked. How Sasha really she won the title 3 times last year. In the fall of last year, we all know her and Charlotte, that crazy thing, and then the title was basically, they were hot potato with the title. It was just switching every week. You know what I mean? Charlotte would win on the pay-per-views, and then Sasha would get a rematch, and she'd win on Raw. So I was thinking, all right, that's in the past now. Sasha's going to retain tonight. They're going to give her a lengthy title reign. But I can't believe it. They put the title back on Alexa Bliss. Sasha's title reign, her 4th title reign, is her shortest title reign, and it was only about, 8 days, 7 days, something like that. So, I was just pissed. I was pissed. I was going off on Twitter last night after this match, because it's just stupid, pathetic booking. I mean, these clueless writers in the back must not know how to do anything right. I mean, I swear, Vince just hires people off the street. He just goes out on the street and hires random people to write this stuff, because where is the logic behind this? Why would you do this? They've buried Sasha Banks again, and then they put the title back on Alexa Bliss. What are we going to do? Get a rematch at the pay-per-view again, and then Sasha's going to win it back, and then Alexa's going to win it on Raw. It's going to be the other way around, and it's just going to be just like last year all over again. Is that what we're going to do? I mean, I don't know. They've added Nia Jax to the thing. That was interesting, though. She came out. I mean, it was only a matter of time before that happened, Nia turning on Alexa, but she came out and turned on Alexa. So, I mean, Sasha's got a rematch. Looks like Nia's in the picture now, so prepare yourselves for a triple threat match, I'd say, at No Mercy for the title, but it was just stupid. I mean, what was the whole point of winning the title at SummerSlam then? So many just things. It's just stupid booking. I mean, I don't know why they do this. I mean, I swear, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's all I could really say. There is nothing here that makes sense about that booking. And this is why I thought it was a weird Raw last night, because it's just the weird booking. It's just pathetic. I mean, they cannot do anything right. So I don't know. I mean, they should have gave Sasha a longer title reign, because now she's got 4 title reigns. And if you add up all the days combined that she's held the title in those 4 title reigns, going back to last year, I'll have to check and see, but it's not even 100 days combined. 4 title reigns, and I do not think it is even close to 100. I think it's around 60 days maybe in 4 reigns. This one obviously being the shortest, being about 8 days. So that's just a joke there in itself. I mean, there's people who have 1 title reign and have had it longer than she's had it in 4 title reigns. So what happened at SummerSlam was completely pointless. Why put the title on her then, and then just have her lose it on Raw again? So I don't know. That was just awful. The match itself was okay. Try to talk about the match a little other than the result of it, but the match was okay. I wasn't pissed about the match, but the result, the booking, just that part pisses me the fuck off. Why do you do that? So yeah, rematch probably coming in. Throw Nia into the picture, triple threat at No Mercy. We'll see what happens there. I don't even know how I'm supposed to make a prediction for that match. Anything could happen at this point. I mean, do they finally put the title on Nia Jax? I'm surprised. I mean, they've really just built her up so much, but they've failed at it at the same time. The simple fact that she's been up on the main roster for a year now, a little over a year, and she still hasn't won the title is kind of crazy to me. I thought, she'd be the ideal person to put the title on. But then again, another person we got to throw into the picture is Asuka, because she's supposed to be coming up to the main roster sooner than later. People were saying that she is advertised for the TLC pay-per-view. That is the next pay-per-view after No Mercy for Raw, and that is in October. They moved the TLC pay-per-view. It used to be in December all the time, but it's going to be October 22nd, I think, in Minnesota. So that will be interesting to see what she does when she gets to the main roster. They're probably going to put the title on Asuka, and then just have her run undefeated maybe, and then Asuka versus who at WrestleMania. And I feel like that's maybe when we could see Asuka finally lose a match. Maybe that's when the streak will finally end. WrestleMania is what I'm thinking. They put the title on her. Who would be the ideal person? I think it's Sasha Banks. Maybe that's what they're going to wait till. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Lots of questions The main event had me after that main event. Lots of questions I have, not just about that, but Jeff Hardy winning that battle royal in the beginning of the show. What does this lead into? What have the Hardys done? So, I mean, I guess I'll give WWE props on making me, wonder. It's kind of gotten me to want to tune in next week, you know what I mean? It's not one of those episodes where it's like, oh, it doesn't even, I don't even need to watch next week kind of feeling. There's a lot of episodes where I feel that way, where it's like, there's no point of even watching, but I'll still watch. But this one's kind of left me wondering a lot of things, like, I got to tune in next week to see what's going to happen. So I'll give them props on that. I'm just so pissed about the booking. Why the hell did they take the title off Sasha again and put it back on Alexa? It just doesn't make any sense. But that's it, guys. That's it for the Raw review. Let me know what you thought of Raw in the comments section below. Go follow me over on Twitter, link in the description as always, and you can go follow me over on all my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, my personal Twitter, and the Glorious Podcast Twitter. All of that stuff is listed in the description below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you tonight. I think I'm going to do my SmackDown review right after SmackDown tonight, so expect to see that around maybe like 10:30, 10:45 tonight. Right here on the Glorious Podcast.